Here's Untold History of the United States, episode 10, the final episode of Oliver Stone's documentary series about, well, the untold things that people really don't know about in terms of the United States. So he started with the beginning of the World War II, and he's finished with Obama, and basically what he's done, this episode's from after 9/11 and what Bush did, and a lot of the Bush doctorate is what he did is kind of told in history because of the documentation on the internet, or it depends on what you're kind of focused on. But what he does in this episode is that he takes Obama to task, and what he does about Obama is basically what he's saying is that Obama came out of nowhere. He wanted change. He wanted a new kind of hierarchy on top of the United States, and but basically what he did is that he did exactly the same thing that Bush did in terms of foreign policy. Yeah, Obama has done a lot of social change, especially in the last month while I'm doing this podcast in January 2013. He's basically telling about gays, allowing to be married. He's talking about a lot of this. He's moving the social change to the left in a lot of ways, and basically, but what he's doing is that he's keeping the rhetoric to the right of America's superpower. And what he did is that he took all of Bush's guys, all the Rumsfeld and all those guys, and he kept them in his defense system, and like a lot of the same secretaries that Bush had, he brought into as long. And basically, what you're trying to say is that he promised all these things, but Obama stayed in Iraq. Is basically saying in his speeches that America has basically the say, the proper ideology, and basically if you look at NATO is like expanded and then some, and basically what the United States has done in the last 20 years is that they have army bases in all these countries, and they're basically set up to take over the world when they want to do. And basically, I don't know if there's like secret handshake going on in the presidency, but that's what Oliver Stone's trying to say. He's trying to say that America is in this whole superpower, and they basically don't care about anything except for taking over the world. And he's saying that Obama is just like everybody else. It doesn't matter right, left, Republican, Democrat. He's just saying he's just like everybody else. And of course, who knows the whole story here? When you get in the presidency, if you read some history books, even like present history books on Obama, about what he had to go through in terms of defense when he got into the presidency, he didn't know a lot about it, and he basically was overwhelmed by it himself. And look at like Bob Woodward's book about when Obama in the administration, when he was the president-elect and he was getting all his people in order, he was overwhelmed by what was going on in America. And who knows the big story, because only these guys know. And basically what Oliver Stone's trying to say is that we're headed in the wrong direction. But at the same time, you can also argue that America is going liberal in so many different ways. But I guess in the defense system, and basically what he's saying is that a third of the budget, the American budget, is going to defense, and that's got to stop. But that's what Oliver Stone's in. It's a great documentary, the 10-part series. It's fun to watch, but I don't know the whole story. Oliver Stone doesn't know the whole story, but it was fun to watch nonetheless. That's my review.